JNPT, India's #1 container port, is also rated as India's most efficient and economical port. Being a leader, JNPT innovates and constantly enhances its services to bring more value to the trade and set new benchmarks. We seamlessly work towards further reducing transaction cost and time. From various studies, one of the bottlenecks which was leading to increase in the transaction cost and time was the CFS model, due to its logistics cost and dwell time. Let's understand the CFS model. JNPT is based on the CFS model, where the port is confined to terminal activity and container freight stations or CFS are responsible for customs examination and clearance. Import containers are first offloaded and stacked at the terminal yard. These containers are then loaded on the CFS trailers and transported to container freight stations in about 1 to 1.5 days. After customs formalities are completed at the CFS, out of charge is given to the containers. These containers are then loaded on the importer's trailers and moved to the importer in about 5 to 7 days. The whole process takes an average dwell time of 9 to 10 days. To sum up, CFS model cost: additional transportation cost, additional inventory and detention cost, additional interest cost and financial burden, high detention period of 6 to 7 days. To address these limitations of the CFS model, the Direct Port Delivery or DPD system was introduced at JNPT. DPD facilitates a container to be delivered directly from the terminal without the conventional steps of transferring it to container freight stations for customs formalities. This would expedite delivery of import containers, reduce costs, and also decongest the port, bringing the dwell time from 7 to 9 days earlier to just 48 hours. DPD came with many advantages to the importers. Prompt and timely delivery leading to reduction in inventory costs. Delivery of DPD container at port terminals on 24/7 basis. Saving in transportation costs. Saving in handling and storage charges at warehouse. Saving in container detention charges payable to shipping lines. An overall saving of Rs 9,000 to Rs 20,000 per container. More importantly, the import dwell time reduced from about 7 days to just 48 hours. But implementing DPD came with multiple challenges to JNPT. At JNPT, the yard size, equipment and the manpower has been designed to cater to the CFS model. The import containers are stacked CFS and ICD wise and allocated to the trucks on best pick model. There would be 33 stacks for the CFSs and 52 stacks for the ICDs, and all the equipment, manpower and yard space was planned according to this. Now, working towards the national agenda of competitive logistics and providing significant benefits to importers meant additional stacks for 1,500 DPD clients, as containers could be allotted to the trucks only on the best pick model and cherry pick model was not possible. Yard resources could not accommodate these additional stacks. Also, the existing equipment and manpower was not capable of handling this load. To sum up the challenges, yard expansion is not feasible to accommodate additional stacks of the DPD clients. Enhancing equipment and manpower would add cost. To maintain port efficiency, the number of container stacks had to be kept low. JNPT caters to a wide and expansive hinterland pan-India. The road evacuation from JNPT poses many challenges like size of the truck needs to match the container to be moved. Age and the capacity of the truck should be according to the load and distance, competencies of the driver, and permit to travel across the country. In addition to this, we should maintain port efficiency with lower number of stacks and congestion-free roads. To address these challenges, we needed a new transportation solution. There was no ready solution available and we had to innovate to seek a way forward. Several alternatives were examined. Plan A: to shortlist 6 to 7 transporters and ask DPD clients to align with any of the transporter. DPD clients were to be arranged in 6 to 7 transporter category, making it easier for terminals to plan and execute the evacuation work. This plan came with the following limitations. Fleet segregation according to distance, weight and permit was not possible. Lack of discipline for evacuation led to congestion on roads. Likelihood of disputes over rates, terms and conditions. It was difficult to implement best pick model. Plan B. DPD clients were to be plotted on the road network with 3 to 4 transporters for each route. For each route, create a pool of 3 to 4 transporters to give DPD delivery. Following limitations were identified with this plan. Cartelization of transporters is a possibility. Fixed rates and terms could not be assured. Quality of vehicles for higher tonnage or longer distance cannot be ensured. Multitude of stacks had to be created. Plan C. Here, we propose to select one transporter for one particular route on a fixed rate. This helps in keeping the number of stacking to the minimum. This solution helps in further improving the efficiency and effectiveness as port terminal can segregate DPD containers of a particular route based on distance in smaller stacks, and hence transporter can use the TTs as per age, weight and driver. Such improvisation was not possible in remaining 2 models. We found a perfect business solution. This plan came with many advantages. It optimizes the use of TTs of a particular transporter for the designated route. There is certainty of cost for importer, as transporter will offer fixed rate for the various stations on the route. It helps in creating more efficiency in the port evacuation system. Though rates will be fixed, terms and conditions will be firmed up with a mutual agreement between the importer and transporter. Custodianship of transporter enhance the timely deliveries, and technology platform will provide real-time tracking in transit. This solution provides fixed rates and quality service to the clients. This mechanism of customer grievance cell, comprising of senior representatives from various stakeholders, is created to regulate the performance of transporter. This would help in empowering trade and ease resolution mechanism. Overall, this new transport solution, backed by robust technology, brings ultimate efficiency, like easy coordination with port and customers, promotes end-to-end delivery model, faster evacuation of containers from the port area, 24/7 vehicle tracking, 24/7 container tracking through mobile, 24/7 customer service. The proposed model paves the way for transforming logistics for the port. Due to multiple transporters working on each route, there was no synergy in operations. The idling of TTs were congesting the entire process. The import-laden container truck that travelled to the importer had to wait for 2 to 3 days to bring back the empty container to the port ecosystem. On the other hand, for exports, the truck had to carry empty container from the port to the exporter and wait for 2 to 3 days to come back with the export-laden container. The idling time was a waste of cost and resources. Now with single operator, the import-laden TTs, after dropping off the containers, can connect with their transporter and pick up export-laden containers or drop empty containers to exporters on their return journey. This will further help in repositioning of empty container on the route. Each import handling TT will return with export-laden container, reducing the unproductive shift of empty container to empty container yard to the port area. The optimum utilization of TTs will reduce load on road and reduction in tariff. In future, an exporter or an importer will be able to book his cargo sitting in his office, irrespective of the type and quantity, through a technology-backed platform. Thus, it can transform to a new transport sector Uber-Ola model of the future. Today, JNPT handles 38% import cargo through DPD. And in the times to come, we plan to take this figure to 70%. Through these initiatives, we add value to our stakeholders, trade, and to the world that docks here.